Now, having gone through the basics of fundamental principle of counting, let us take some questions or the usual questions which appear in various competitive exams. And with the help of this question itself, I'll give you some kind of tips which you should keep in mind while solving, while applying the fundamental principle of counting. So the very first question is that using these digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 only, we have to use only these 5 digits, and we have to make how many 4-digit numbers we can form. And nothing has been mentioned about the repetition or not. Unlike to the second question, if you can see that here it is mentioned that the repetition is not allowed. But in the very first question, the repetition, it is not known whether the repetition is allowed or not. So what should I do? We should consider that the repetition is allowed. I'll tell you the reason. Now the question is asking about how many numbers we can make. So if by repeating the digits, if I can make a different number, that means automatically repetition is allowed and that particular part is hidden, or I could say it is implicit that repetition is allowed. So any question which are based on such kind like the number of numbers framed with the digits and nothing is mentioned about the repetition, and if you can and if you are sure that while repeating the digits you can make a different number, then repetition is automatically allowed. So this is the first thing which we have to keep in mind, right? So I'll just mark this, that this is the thing which we have learned here, like how to identify whether repetition is allowed or not if it is not mentioned in the question. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve this question. So for those people who are very weak in solving these questions as well, what I'll suggest is that you just keep in mind that there are 5 bags. Fine. Although this question is very easy, I'm just helping those students who are struggling with fundamental principle of counting, and hence I'm giving them some kind of tips. So here what you can assume that there are 5 bags. In the first bag there are a lot of ones are there. Just imagine in your head that a lot of ones are there, infinite ones are there. Similarly in the second bag a lot of 2's are there, in the third bag a lot of 3's are there, in the fourth a lot of 4 are there. And so what I mean to say is that there is no limit of using any of these numbers, right? Because they are infinitely available, or in abundance it is available to you. Now you have to make a 4-digit number. So definitely the task would be 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the question 1 we are solving, right? Now what would you do? For the first place, anyway you have to take one digit out of these 5 bags. So the option for you is 5, because you can take either 1 from this bag, or from 2 from this bag, 3 from this bag, 4 from this bag, 5 from this bag. So anyway, for this particular place we have 5 options. Now if I go for the next place digit, and if I want to pull that cardboard, suppose these are the cardboards, suppose these numbers are written in a cardboard and there are a lot of cardboard in the bag. So for the next place you can pull again any 5 or from the any 5 places one cardboard, right? So if you have selected this for the first place, then again you can very well select this for the second place as well. Again you can take the same digit. So that's the meaning. So again, as far as the options is concerned, independently this particular place can again be filled with 5 ways. And this logic, if I extend for the third place again we have 5 ways, and for fourth place again 5 ways. So in total the number of numbers will be 5 to the power 4 or 25 square or 625. So there will be 625 numbers for question number 1, that is 4-digit numbers where we have used repetition, or we have allowed the repetition to come. Now if I come to the second question wherein the repetition is not allowed, that means none of the digit can be used more than once. That's the meaning of it, right? So for such thing what you can assume is that rather than having bag full of lot of ones and full of lot of twos, you have only one cardboard and digit 1 is written there, and there is another cardboard digit 2 written there, for third, fourth cardboard 4 written there, and fifth cardboard 5 is written there. So by thinking in this direction, what I have ensured is that you cannot use more than once any particular digit, because you have only these 5 cardboards to use, right? So again we have to make a 4-digit number. So what we will do for this place, definitely you have all the 5 options available, but every time you will pick at least exactly one cardboard. So the option is 5, but every time you will pick only one. When you move to the next one, definitely you will come to know that one of the cardboard has already been used. For the second place, definitely you are left with no option, you are left with one less option, but there will be exactly 4 cardboards still we can use. So for the second place we have 4 options, and then by these 2 places, once they are filled, definitely 2 out of these 5 cardboards have been used. For the third place, definitely we have 3 options left, and for the fourth place we are left with 2 options. So this is how we have to understand the question which are based on repetition and non-repetition if you are very novice in this area. So the total product is 120. So there are 120 such numbers, such 4-digit numbers without repetition, which can be formed by using digit 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So from this particular area, what we have understood is that how to handle questions where the repetition is allowed and how to handle question where repetition is not allowed, right? In the next question, we will see how to tackle the question wherein the digit 0 appears.